YouTube, what's going on at Sandz? Got a pretty special unboxing for you guys tonight. So it is launch day for the PlayStation 4. So have a PlayStation 4 console. As you can see right here, it is the standard 500 gigabyte model. And as you can see from the outside of the box, nothing super amazing here. It does have of course, the PlayStation console and then the new DualShock controller. But we'll get into all that here in just a second. Then on the back of the box, just so you guys can also see the art, this is kind of what the back of it looks like. So, of course, it has some of the major games that are planning to be launched or else are launching with the PlayStation. And this was the one that I was really waiting for. So this is Watch Dogs, and unfortunately, we all know that it's been delayed now a little bit. So, in any case, waiting for that, and that should be out sometime early next year. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open, and then we'll see. We'll see what's actually happening inside of here. Alright, so this is what you see when you open up the box. Start out with the literature real quick. I'm not going to actually show you guys what's contained in here because I know for a fact that there's 3 different codes in here. One is for 30-day trial of PlayStation Network. The other one's for music thing, and then the other thing is a $10 credit for the PlayStation Network. And I haven't redeemed the codes yet, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep that closed for now. Then we have this pamphlet, Welcome to the World of PlayStation, and I would assume this is pretty much just going to be your standard instruction manual. But let's just crack it open just to make sure. So it does say quick start guide. So looks pretty simple, pretty standard stuff there. Then here it is in French and other languages. And then I guess this is the more in-depth, maybe not, this looks like a safety guide. So in any case, that is looks like that is pretty much all the literature that comes with the PlayStation. And let's go ahead and I guess grab this controller. So this is the first time that I've actually held one of the new controllers, one of the new DualShocks. So pretty interested to see how it feels, because I know that there's a lot of talk about it, and I'm a big fan of the Xbox 360 controller. So I got to be honest with you, it actually does feel pretty damn nice. So you guys can see right here. Here's the touchpad, and then right here is the infamous share button. So I know that for any of you that have really been following any of the literature with PlayStation, the share button or the PlayStation itself is actually able to capture basically 15 minutes of footage, and then you can use the share button to kind of upload footage or take photos or probably post it to social media. I don't know all of the features yet, but I do know that at least it does have some of that. Now, I actually kind of like the way that these new sticks are designed, because the way that the last ones were, where they were kind of just fully, rolled out, was okay. But these actually feel much nicer, and they actually have kind of a nice little grip to them. Down here, you do have your ports. So right here is your microphone port, and this does utilize a standard 3.5 millimeter jack. So you're going to be able to use pretty much any headset that you want with it. So you can use your Apple, iPhone headphones with this. There have been some conflicting reports. Some people have actually said that they have been able to use their Apple iPhone 5 and 5S headphones and microphone with it. I'm just pulling it out, so I can't verify and say that that's actually valid or true, but there's that. So of course this is going to show the light, and it'll show what player, where we have the charging dock, and here's the new triggers. So they definitely do feel a little bit different though. But the controller overall, I was actually expecting it to feel a little bit lighter than it does, but it feels good. It feels nice. And I'm not sure if most of you play like this when you're playing PlayStation, but for me, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe I'm just going full retard, but I have to go like this. I tend to go like this and then like this. So maybe I need to relearn what I'm doing. So there's the controller, and now let's get into, I guess, this stuff. So pull this out, and this is probably going to be, looks like, all the cables. So here are the cables. So we have HDMI, which is pretty standard nowadays. We have your regular PlayStation power cable. The nice thing about the PlayStation compared to the Xbox and the Xbox One, in my opinion, is that the power is actually like internal. With the Xbox, it's external, so you have that huge block. With Sony, you know, it's internal. So I do like that. Then it looks like we have the charging cable for the controller, and it does come with a little, you know, microphone headset. Nothing to write home about, but at least it does include that. So that's kind of a nice thing. So now let's really get into what this is all about. The console itself. So first impression, it definitely is pretty heavy. I'm not going to try and guess how much it weighs. Actually, maybe I will. It's probably about like 5 pounds or so, maybe a little bit more. And this is what it looks like. So this is from the top. Now, people of course have been saying that there's like a wobble issue. So maybe right there, that's what they're referring to, that if you push on this corner, you have a little bit of wobble, but it's nothing like how people were kind of making it sound. They're making it sound like it was like some huge issue, and I can barely get it to move. So nothing too crazy there. So if you guys are wondering, here is the front of the unit itself. So it does have like the little Sony right here. It's got, you know, it's got your eject button, your power button, and then it has your ports right down here for where you can plug in your controller. Now on the back of the console, I'm actually just going to hold it like this so that you guys are actually able to see. These are, of course, your different ports. So you have your power in. It looks like you know, LAN, HDMI, some sort of USB or something. Actually, that's something else. I'm not sure what this is. And then you have your optical. So of course, this is going to be used to do something like you know, headphones or something like that. So there you have it. So this is the Sony PlayStation 4 unboxing, and I'm going to be posting up a video here in a little bit, just kind of showcasing some of the new features and some of the differences compared to, you know, the PlayStation 3, Xbox One, and all that fun stuff. And of course, let you guys know exactly what I found. Oh, one other thing before I let you guys go. There were a couple of consoles that had issues, and you know, they were saying that they had already failed. Of course, no launch is going to be 100% perfect. But Kotaku, it actually turns out what had happened was their HDMI port right here, one of the pins was bent up, and that's why they couldn't get you know, their console to work. So, not saying that that's going to happen to anyone out there, but if you guys are curious, that's something that you'll want to check and inspect very closely before you go ahead and just jam the HDMI cable in there. Just make sure that you guys don't see anything in here, any piece of metal or anything sticking up. So in any case, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment below so that I know what you guys think about the video. If you guys got any questions about the PlayStation itself, let me know. As far as the Astro A40s, which of course most of you know that I do have, they are supposed to be compatible. So if I run into any issues there, I'll of course let you guys know. Other than that, thanks for watching.